Right, I've just had an idea. I've pulled the electrolytic capacitor off of this one, and if I hold it in place on this one, it works. So it looks like that electrolytic capacitor that's in there is faulty. So I'll solder this one in place. This is far more involved than I intended it to be. Right. I've swapped that little capacitor over, stay still you, with the one that was on that circuit board. I'm not sure if it was the capacitor that was actually faulty or whether it was actually the printed circuit board had got a crack in it, because I've actually had to scrape the surface off and resolder it. But now it works. If I just zoom in on this side, if I can, without breaking the wires. I don't think you can see it, but the circuit, the actual track on that side has come away. That's it, just there. So I've had to bridge the gap. So it might have been the capacitor that was faulty, or it might have been there was a crack in the circuit board there that we couldn't see because it was underneath the wires. But it's certainly working now that I've put him back together. He works. That was a lot of work, and that wasn't what this project was about. What I want to do is make some batteries to run him. So I'll pop this circuit board back in there out the way so we don't accidentally pull the little fine wires, and then we'll make up the battery that I was talking about. Well, I don't believe that. I was just taking it apart again so I could move the circuit board and put it in place out the way. And I've actually broken the wire where it goes into the coil. So that's not repairable because you can't get to the end of it. So we're going to have to use that one instead. What a lot of effort for nothing. Right, I've just used a hairdryer to heat the glue to release the little coil, and if we zoom in, are we going to focus? On the back of it, I don't know if we can get the light in the right direction, I can actually find the broken bit of wire. I don't know if we can even see that. So I've got a 50-50 chance of actually reusing this coil if I can reconnect to that wire. Oh, just put that down where you can't see it. There we are. So just there is where the wire goes across from the centre. So I might be able to reuse that one. Right, seriously, you're going to think I'm having a laugh here. I cannot see what I'm doing, it's too fine. So I'm going to have to look through the camera. Just there, sticking up, is the tail that goes to the center of the coil. So I have to get some solder on it. To burn out the coating, which I've forgotten the name of now. And then we've got the other bit of wire coming from the circuit board, which again I can't see. I'm going to hold them together and just hope I can get them to solder together, which I think I've done. Has that come loose again? It's come loose again, hasn't it? Or has it? No, it's still on there. Right, it's the other end that's come loose. Let's zoom out a bit. Right, so now we've got to try and solder those bits onto the circuit board. I'll just clean the old stuff off. Right, so I've no idea which way round we want it. We'll just trust to luck for now. That's one. I'll just say again, seriously, I cannot see what I'm doing. I'm having to rely on the camera. Oh, this is hopeless. A pair of tweezers would have been a good idea. Don't know if that's done it. I now need some wires on the circuit board to go to our battery and test it. I suppose just for what we're doing now, I could put a solar panel back on there. Because I've already soldered up my little crocodile clips onto something else. That's negative. Which we want onto there. That's positive. Onto there. So let's move the camera a bit. I'll zoom out anyway. So this is all a little bit delicate now. Move that piece out of the way. Is there any way I can just sit him over the top? Just adjusted his position a bit and he's going quite well. Yeah. That's almost perfect. Yeah, oh, I'm going to class that as a success, although I'd still have to try and get him back into there without breaking the wires again. But if you look there, I don't know if you can see, there's two lines which align the coil, so it's clearly off center. It's not directly underneath. And now that I've done that, you can see that I've got it off center in there, and he's going much better. So that's a repaired coil, and I also swapped the electrolytic capacitor. Although I think it may have just been that the printed circuit was cracked. Well, that's good to see. He's working quite happily now. The solar panel isn't even pointing, well, there isn't any sun out there. It's a grey day, so it's just picking up the available sunlight, or the available radiation, just generally. He's rocking away quite happily. It's not as fast as those ones. But he's doing fine. I might put the coil back into the base properly and just let him carry on as he is, because I want to have a really good coil in there like that one for doing these other tests. So that'll do. Thanks for watching. If you like that, then you might like this. And if you like this and that, you might like to subscribe over there.